This whole COVID-19 situation is a strange thing for Christians. We long for a return to normal, but the truth is for Christians, I'm not sure there is a normal. We want to go back to being able to see people and hug people and live life. But the truth is, in our world, there's always something that's going to be frightening and scary. Before I even heard of Corona, I spent a lot of time in hospice with people dying from cancer, from old age, people who get sick, people who have economic crisis. There were people who were hungry and worried about jobs well before this pandemic. And so it's a little funny when Christians say, I long for a return to normal because, well, let's be honest, this world's never going to be normal. We live in a fallen world. And because this world's fallen, things are never going to be quite right. Death and crisis and sickness and pain and sin that other people inflict that gives consequences to us, our own sin, our world's full of that. And we read verses like Philippians 4, and it is a great verse for this time. Let me share it with you again. You've read this. Every preacher I know has used this verse. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. I think you ought to bring your request before God. But I want to tell you, be careful when you think about what's normal, because in this world for us, nothing's normal and nothing's right, nor will it be till we get home to heaven. So if you really want to do something to make this world right, it's not about flattening the curve for Corona, though I think that's a fine thing to do. The only way that we're going to make this world right is to tell people the saving news of Jesus. So serve your neighbors. Look for an opportunity to speak a word about Jesus. Set up some conversation times. And when we bring people to Jesus, we do help make this world right. In the meantime, I would tell you, don't worry about all the stuff wrong with this world, because our God has got you and will deliver you.